Good morning, it's 7th of September 2022, 8:50 in the morning. London session would open within 10 minutes. This is Euro USD 5-minute chart. Yesterday, market was mainly outside trading range, then strong downswing. So this is what happened yesterday. Up, down, or down, up, down, and kept going down. So beginning of the session here was outside trading range, went down, went up, went down, and then we had a breakout of this trading range somewhere around here, and market kept pushing lower. I'd say that was a good long opportunity down here, assuming that this trend line worked as resistance, tested here as support, and then this is the breakout, came back again to it, tested support. A long opportunity down here would have been good. That was 7:45 in the morning. I would actually prefer to draw it this way, just to get more touches. Yesterday I said I want to make sure the trend line is verified with more than 3 touches. Here we have 1, we have 2, and that was it. So I prefer to have a trend line that has 3 touches just to make sure it's verified. So I have this trend line here, resistance, breakout, retest, continuation. Right now I cannot enter, market has already moved. Let's see if the market can give me a pullback somewhere near this area here. This area here was resistance, breakout, market could come back again to it and turn it as support. Or I could wait for one of my setups, which would be something like I don't think market coming back down here again. I don't think so. I believe that's very optimistic to expect this to come back down here again, then move up. Nope. Just any pullback, I'll buy it. And usually this is what happens when bulls want to buy and they are trapped out and bears are trapped in. So bears are waiting for a pullback so they can exit with a smaller loss. Exit means buy, and then bulls are waiting for a pullback to buy. Everyone want to buy, so the market keeps going. I think a pullback to this yellow trend line would be good because it could respond also with this support level to the resistance and will likely to turn into support. Well, this yellow trend line here is not verified because just one touch, second touch. So with this one, it's not verified as well, just one touch, second touch. Clearly here work as support. I think this is the third touch that verifies it, because I cannot enter here without confirmation. So once I see a bull candle, I can enter above it. But for now, I'm just waiting for this to come down. Okay, so I have two rules written here. I will buy a pullback near the support or trend line. Right now, market is trying to pull back, and this is my... Sorry. Yeah, this is my support level, this green area here, and this is my trend line, this yellow trend line here. So if the market was to come back down here, I would buy, and my expected value where the market is likely to go before we get a deeper pullback is top of the range, this area here. So I'm not looking to put my profit target somewhere up here and just hope for the best. Well, this is where the market is likely to go. If I enter right now, I have a negative EV, so I cannot enter now because my stop loss has to be below this low here. So I want to enter in a way that my expected value is at least 2 to 1. Yeah, so I want to enter down here. Will the market come down here? I don't know. The market looks strong, looks pushing up, because as I said, bears want to buy, bulls want to buy, everyone want to buy, so the market keeps pushing higher. Because imagine bears who sold this area here, assuming that the market will double top. So you have here, market came up here, pushed down, market coming back up here again, bears will come to steal, and on a smaller time frame, like a 1 minute. Well, that looks like a pretty strong swing to the downside. So when it comes back up here again, near this area, well, bears will short, because they're expecting the market to double top, and then it keeps pushing higher. So right now these bears are trapped. The only way for them to make profit is for this market to come back down here again, and they will try to steal out of this at break even and steal out of whatever they scaled in higher at a profit. And you have bulls are waiting for pullbacks so they can buy. And again, market is not offering a pullback. For me to enter here, how risky is this? Because I'm gonna have to put my stop loss here. Sorry. Here. Gonna be a 1.63. Structure the trade this way, just based on this attempt to reverse. I believe it's very optimistic. I would wait for the market to come down here to near the trend line area, or this support. Oh, this is the support, somewhere around this area here, down here, and then I'd take a long position. My stop loss would be here. My profit target is here, and let's see. Not trying to time the bottom. Well, the bottom could be still lower or higher, and then I'm gonna have to enter at a higher price. But as long as I have good expected value, still my expected value is positive. This is what I want to say. It's not under a 1 to 1, so it's alright. I have good room for wait for a pullback. Okay, market looks like it's found support somewhere around this wick, and it doesn't want to come back down to the level. See, right around this wick, market tested a support. Somehow I believe this will still push lower, so I cannot enter here. I'm waiting. price at the moving average now, which could work as an area of support. Also, it's the same area as this green zone, support zone, which was resistance, unlikely to turn to support. And the moving average right now is in the same place. So could work as support here. Who knows? I'm really just hoping to come a little bit lower. I want to aid at 98964. Damn, how to change this thing, man? Nine eight nine 64. Here. Market's trying to bounce hard in here. I think the market is not going to pull back any further. I think this is going to be it. I could have an entry here right now with a stop here. I don't feel comfortable with very tight stop that's not corresponding with any trend line. Just not a good looking setup for me. If I enter immediately here with a stop loss immediately below this, and I cannot enter immediately here with a stop loss down here, because then my expected value is not too good. Still positive, but not even 2 to 1. Market is approaching the level where I want to take a long position here. Once this gets down here, I'll press the button and take a long position immediately. Come on, just a little bit more. Come on. Come on. Come on, just a little bit more. Come on. Look. Look, man. And I still go lower. This is carrying so much momentum to come even down here. I'm in at a much worse price than what I intended to. Not much worse. That's like a pip. Market now is actually near this trend line here and it's just pushing lower like the trend line does not exist. Yep. Just wait and see. Oh boy, this is too bad. Well, if I knew it's coming down here because it's carrying so much momentum, why did I pull the trigger earlier? Why didn't wait just a little bit? Market now is near this 15-minute EMA. Could the market be coming back down to this white trend line? Possible. Possible that the market wanna come back to visit this white trend line. Where's my stop? Immediately at these wicks here. Where's my entry? At the close of this candle. Here. Stop, entry, expected value of the trade. Up here. Let's see. Okay, market did not respond to this trend line here, so I guess it's invalid and I think I'll be stopped out. This trend line here is more significant. I had very strong push up, second strong push up, made a lower high, so I have no setup down here for a long position. Just need to wait and see what will happen. Something is that this area here, resistance, did not work as support, could work again as resistance. I want to see how the market is going to respond to the moving average. Would it be a resistance, or are we going to flip it back again as support? Because if we tank below the moving average and then the moving average starts to act as resistance, that's not good for my trade. Again, my profit target is up here near top of the range. Just the formation of this, how this look, doesn't make me so comfortable. the way this trade looks, if I can imagine it, how this trade is going to play out, it's gonna be something like this. Somehow I believe we're coming to this yellow trend line, and the market is not gonna push up higher from here. 20 seconds into the close, and the candle looks absolutely good. Anyway, but the formation itself doesn't make me comfortable. I don't know, I have a feeling that this is not gonna be like this scenario. It looks more like we're coming down near this trend line, because this trend line gonna keep coming up the more time in the trade. I don't know, we'll see. Now I have this trend line tested once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. The trend line first bounce was what I would call a high. Second bounce, what I would call a higher high. And this is a higher high. And now it makes me wonder, just looking at the market this way. High, second touch, higher high, third touch. I should have entered here. I was not in front of the screen by 8 in the morning. Now this is the fourth touch. I think that I did not decide yet, like which touch I'll not take. So I need 3 touches to verify the trend line as a valid trend line. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the trend line is verified. It was respected once, twice, 3rd times. Every time it was generating a higher high. So I'll take the 4th touch. But what about the 5th touch or the 6th touch? Which one I wouldn't take? I need to decide yet, because if I go back here, assuming that I have a trend line that goes somewhere like this. Okay, so I have a touch, made a high. That was a triangle here. So okay, I'm gonna modify it. I have a touch, made a high. What? And then we had a higher high, then we had a higher high, and then this one is still valid. I can pull it a little bit. Higher high, and then this one was still valid, even a higher high, and then it was still valid. So I think I need to take every single touch. This is not often, I would say. This doesn't happen a lot. Let's see this trend line here. Resistance, resistance. So first touch, market came down here. Second touch, market came down here. Then let me play it. Too much. Let's say third touch. Okay, do I take this? Yeah, you take this. Do I take this? I guess I take this as well. And I did. I remember I did. Till we have a breakout. So I guess I just play the trend line till we have a breakout of it. And that's it. Let's see. So this white trend line will work as resistance, most likely. Will act as resistance. But will I close my trade? No. I'll not close my trade here. Well, I'll not close my trade here because I took the setup based on an EV expected value that the market is coming up here. And that was the setup from the very beginning. I did not take the setup based on that. Once the market comes to this white trend line, I'm going to be closing the trade. Plus, it's not a short setup for me. Well, if it looks like a short setup for me, well, I'll be eager to actually close and reverse to short. But here market made low, talking about this trend line, made a low, came back to the trend line, made a higher low. So come back to the trend line. I'm not expecting a lower low. Yesterday's trades, 2 winners turned into a losers, and 1 was just a loser. Immediately after I bought, market kept going lower and hit my stop loss. So there is 2 winners that I let turn into losers, and the day before that there is also 2 winners that I let turn into losers. Now I let them turn into break even. So 2 days ago, 2 winners, I let them turn into break even. I said I'm not trailing my stop loss to break even. I just let the trade play. And then yesterday I let 2 winners turn into losers. Okay, which one is better? Let them turn to break evens or let them turn to losers? I believe break evens is better. Okay, so this from 5th of September, 4 days ago. Wait, sorry, 2 days ago. We had a high, we had a higher high, we had a higher high, and then I took an entry here. Sorry. Market went up. I tried to break even. Market came back. I got stopped at break even. Market kept pushing higher. But this was a lower high and a higher low. And it's happening here again. Market couldn't go for a higher high, made a lower high, and coming back down. Would it come for a lower high or would it come for a higher low? Lower low or a higher low and keep going higher? We'd see. This candle is not looking good for the trade. Trade is currently $75 in profits. This 2-bar reversal candle is not looking good. I don't know if the market wanna come for a higher low or that's it and the market wanna go for a lower low. I'm not touching it, man. I'm just gonna wait. There is the risk of a double top here. I hope something like this would happen. I want to close my trade. I want to close my trade badly here. I'm so tired and sick of giving back profits. I cannot close here. Okay, I closed my trade. I couldn't handle the pressure. Oh, damn it. Yeah. I forced myself to close my trade here, even though it can still go higher and I would feel shit. I just want to secure profits because yeah, it's still going higher. So yeah, I closed here, 216. Could have waited and stick to my plan, but I just wanted to secure the profit. And yeah, I closed it. And now I feel bad because I would have made somewhere around 300. That's okay. One win on the day, good. And of course, market's still pushing higher, or at least trying to push against top of the range. It's super extended. I cannot take a long position here. As I said, where is my expected value? Where do I expect this market to go before it has a deeper pullback? So if I'm looking to re-enter the market, I would wait for the market to pull back to this yellow trend line and then take another long position if I want to trade again today. So I'll just be waiting just a little bit, maybe 30 minutes. If it comes down here, I might take a long position. If not, I'm gonna go to work. Okay, so I think I'm done for the day. I just want to review what happened today, what I did good, so I can repeat it again in the future. So what I did was I came to the chart. First thing I did, I established my bias and I wrote it down. I said I will buy. Okay, so I'm not going short anywhere, because I tend to come look at the chart. Hey, what do I want to do? I want to buy, and then I go and I find some reason to go short. Okay, so I established my bias, I wrote it down to be in front of me that I'm not doing anything but buying the market. Second, I had to figure out what is my EV on a single trade. So just by looking here, when I came, this market looks like it's in a trading range. Where is bottom of the range? Well, this is bottom of the range. Where is top of the range? This is top of the range. Market here, and I said I want to buy. Where do I expect the market to go? To visit top of the range. Okay, so any long position I would take would have to have a profit target near top of the range. So this was establishing my expected value and calculating my risk reward based on this. So whatever position I have, my profit target will need to be somewhere around this area here. The question is now, where do I enter? Well, I had this trend line here, made a high, came back to the trend line. Well, the trend line was not there. Okay, so this was the chart when I came by 9 in the morning. High, back again to it, higher high, back again to it, higher high. So it's valid. 1 2 3 touches means the trend line is valid. I wanted to take a long position here because I believe the market is not coming lower, and I experienced some degree of fear of missing out, FOMO. So I end up taking an entry above my original entry, which gave me later a worse reward, because I have to stick to the same position size anyway. So my entry was not what it was intended to be. My entry was supposed to be near this trend line down here. I immediately need to pull the trigger. I end up taking an entry somewhere here because, yeah, I was afraid that the market is gonna turn around and go bounce off of the moving average and is not coming down here. So this is something I need to work on later. If my entry is here, my entry is here, not here. End up taking an entry here. The expected value of the trade, we said, is near top of the range. The stop loss is going to be below these lows. And now I can look and see that I have a positive expected value of 2.4. Good. When the market was here, I was thinking, should I close the trade? Maybe market will make a lower high and go lower. Said no. I'll just wait and play it as it is. I'll not touch it. Market printed this very big bar and I end up closing somewhere here. I did not wait for the market to come up here because emotionally what I've handled through the past 2 days was very rough. Winning trades turning into losing trades, or winning trades turning into break evens, and I'm not taking profits at all. So I just closed my trade somewhere early here. Well, I could have waited just a little bit because I had a profit target up here and it would have been hit. Yeah, so this was the premise of this trade. If the market comes back down here again, I might want to be taking a long position again. I think I need to dress up and go to work. So yeah, that's it for the day.